Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. On the previous episode, we left off after doing some of the quests in the western area of the Lowlands. We did most of the quests in Minas Eriol and Hunulf, and we have a lot of quests turning to do. That's what we're gonna do right now. But first of all, we have the Midsummer Festival. What can I say? I haven't checked the festival yet. I think it's really cool to finally have a new epic book after so long and a new festival to go along with it as well. And this is something that I am quite looking forward to, but not on Beriathan yet. As I was telling you on one of the previous episodes, I would like to do all this when it feels more lore appropriate. And I think Beriathan doesn't have a reason to go to this area yet. So right now we're just gonna decline this quest instead, and we're gonna continue turning the rest of the quests that we have here and see how much experience we can get. Wolf tails, war tasks, and orc shields. You are quite a skilled warrior. It may seem a menial task to you, but believe me when I say this is much appreciated. The people here at the inn struggle enough without worrying about the wildlife and evils that are spreading unhindered. Ever since those lights appeared at that weathertop, we've had one trouble after another, and there isn't a sign of relief in sight. Take this small reward, you've earned it. So what do we have here? A spear, light armor, maybe the javelin would be a great update. Because I think the rest of it is not as good, so yeah. Let's take the javelin.
Take a moment of your time.
You handled yourself very well against the orcs, swine, and wolves. I think that you may be able to assist my deputy. He headed out to the camp on the far eastern side of Minas Eriol. He is watching over one of the workers there and the brother of that ordinary fellow gathering. If you are interested in helping him out with the task I put before him, take him at the camp on the far eastern edge of Minas Eriol. And I think that's where we will head after during the rest of the day. Before we forget, let us equip the javelin. What else do we have here?
It's a sorry day.
These are fine furs indeed. I'll cure this and sew a nice batch of new blankets for the guests. I'll thank you for your time with a bit of coin from my purse. So I think we can go with a cloak. That should be enough.
It's a sorry day.
Oh, this will do nicely. We can pull the marrow from the bones and wrap the peeled feet in marrow and salt. Add a dash of my secret spices, and we'll once again have several helpings of Arinora's boar surprise. You did very well. Take these coins as your payment.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Is that awful smell coming from these feathers? Oh my, I had never thought that those terrible little birds could give off such a stench. No matter, I suppose. With the cooking that old Muckboard does, this stench will fade into the background of the curious smells that haunt the inn in no time. And I don't like any of those rewards, so let's pick whichever and continue.
Hello there.
Ollie will be pleased with these curiosities for certain, and the wolf teeth should help sweeten the deal. I must admit I was not certain that you would succeed. The arrival of the goblins had done so much to change the nature of my work here in the Lowlands. You have earned this reward, friend, and I hope you find this sufficient. I know that Redbrush will be pleased with this delivery. So once again, we can take this chest piece. Okay, a lot of things to turn in with Kedrick. Let's do the other ones first.
Woe to me!
I have little more to offer you than my thanks. My scarecrow will stand aside the Forsaken Inn as a warning to the goblins of Hunulf. They'll think twice when they see that we've made such a mockery of them. Thank you for all you have done, Warden. Well, I'm gonna take the scroller, but yeah, I don't have enough backspace to do all this. So let's clean up really quick. Let's equip this tunic and the cloak we just got. And let's see what we can get rid of. Task items. But let's clean up really quick so we can continue. Okay, so I'm not a big fan, well, of food. I don't use it as much, especially when leveling, and this is level 10 anyway, so we can get rid of some of this, I believe. And yeah, these boots too. Okay, that should be enough. But actually, let's equip this helm. Where is it? On the back. Here. Let's leave it there and turn this once again.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Polar scroll. Okay. Next one.
It's a sorry day.
The goblins didn't seem to show any ill effect from the drought. Well, I guess I shouldn't really be surprised. Goblins eat anything and everything. No sense fussing about that right now. You did well by me, Beriathan. I owe you a little coin at the very least. Yeah, nothing to get here.
Oh, can't you leave me to my misery?
Ah, what great news to know that such a menace has been dealt with so swiftly. You have proven that you are truly a good ally to the people in the scene. I wonder if there is any more that I can have you do.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but
no.
will you help me?
She only has the bounties that are repeatable.
Greetings.
We're not gonna do that again. You have my thanks, Beriathan. With these fragments of pottery, I will be able to continue my trade. I and my customers, such as the vocal Mrs. Sandheaver, will each be happy. I do fear for the Eglain, though. Scavengers they may be, but they have a right to make a living as they see fit, and the increasing danger across the lowlands threatens that right. If need be, I could return to Bree and take up my father's axe and become a woodsman. For the people living here in this unforgiving search of the wild, there is no such work to be found. Once again, let's just take any. Perfect. So we completed the first quest date here in the Lowlands. 10 LOTRO points and 2000 Birch XP, some reputation as well. We need to complete another 15 of this. Should be quite simple.
I'm sorry. Did he need something?
He was captured by the goblins. Ha! Fools running off to make deals with goblins deserve what they get. You rescued him though, and that makes you a better man than I guess. I did empty his room when he didn't come back and that note appeared. I took what was owed me, but you can have the rest. Such a good person as yourself ought to be given something for helping a fool like him. That's quite nice of you to say. And I think we're gonna take the shield.
Woe be me.
You've done me a favor, friend, and I feel that I owe you something. I've not much to spare other than a little coin, and that's not worth much this far from Bree. There are some others that here at the inn who might have need of help. You should speak with our server, Leva Dorlily. Leva has been working on a scarecrow meant to scare the goblins away. Why not speak with her? You've been a help to me, but you're not willing to leave it at that, are you? Yeah, I have already done that scarecrow thingy. And yeah, we're only missing gathering.
can't you leave me to my misery?
Your efforts are much appreciated, Warden. Long ago, my people left the bustle of the city life behind, instead choosing to live our lives here in the place of our ancestors. We took the name Eglain, the Forsaken, and lived here in peace with nature, taking only what the ruins offered to us. There was peace, and we did not think to fear for it. But then, a ranger and some others crossed the last bridge into the trollshops, and evil has spread in their wake. From the north came goblins and dwarves in liquid orcs, unheard of but true. From the south, orcs bearing a symbol of a white hand spread into Hunulf. All of these foes ravaged the land and drove us from the ruins where we once lived in peace. And yeah, that needs taking care of, I would say. Let's take the helmet, I guess. Perfect. Level 22. What did we get? Combination Strike. Gambit. Let me check that one. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's... yeah, 131. Okay. Ready to continue.
Woe to me.
You have brought a number of goblin scabbards to me, friend. Very good. I am a man of my word and will pay my debt as I promised. This will do well to ease the pain of our losses and will be used to remind our people that there are still ways to strike out at the evil spreading through these lands. Once again, let's take the Scholar Scroll.
It's a sorry day.
This was a fitting end for such a vicious creatures as this cruel works. My people will be heartened to know they have allies like you in the Lowlands. We will find some way to repay our debt to you, Beriathan. Like these gauntlets might be a good upgrade, yeah.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
Thank you, man. Terror spreads into our homes and we are powerless to stand against these foes. We are not warriors, but gatherers and craftsmen. Many of our tribe are old, sick, or very young. Not all are as capable as my brother and I. We were sent to search the Lowlands for aid. The ranger to the north is of no use to us. He sits and watches the orcs and their caravan, even as goblins slay my people here in the south. You have done much to earn my trust, and I shall speak well of you to my brother. I think, yeah, we can get this sword, which is a really nice upgrade. So let's take that one. And he gives us
take
this
a
quest.
moment of your time.
Thus far you have proven true to your word. My judgment, however, is often clouded by my passion, and for this reason I will send you on to my brother. You will know whether you are true of intent. You will find him by following the roadways to where it begins to rise. There is a vale to the south that will lead to the backside of Minas Eriol. He is encamped there with others. Pass his test. Perhaps you will earn our trust and earn passage to speak with one who knows much of what transpires now in these lands. And finally here.
Woe to me.
You have toiled long and we are grateful for all you have done. You appear to have the best intentions towards our people. For this we will grant you the request you ask.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
You have been patient, Beriathan. You must understand, we are solitary people. We hold our friends dear to us and protect them as we can. Radagast is such a friend, and here at the behest of our leader to aid us with a terror emerging from a long slumber. He has taken residence in the ruins of Ostguruth, the place we call home. You are welcome to make the journey to the east. The ruin is north of the Great East Road before the road snakes between the northern and southern swamps. Seek Radagast within the tower. Perhaps there is a way that you can aid him as he will surely aid you. We're ready to continue the epic, or at least we have a new quest for the epic. But as you see, we are quite under level for that one yet. And there is plenty of stuff for us to do in the Lowlands before that. But first of all, let us just do some tasks really quick so that we can clean up some extra backspace. Let's see what we can equip from everything that we got. This shield we will certainly equip. This helmet, not so sure. These gauntlets, certainly. And this sword. Perfect. Now we have some additional boosts. That's nice. So we can get blackened skin and broken. I don't know. Not this one. Sorry. And that's it, basically. This isn't right. Broken wooden mazes. That's another one. Yeah, I think those are the only two that we can complete. Let's do this really quick. I think we've taken enough time already earning quests, so let's not
Can't you
overthink this.
leave me to my misery?
It's a sorry day.
Let's do this really quick.
Woe to me.
Okay, so now we also have a new reputation tier. So we are now acquaintance with the Eglain, and we have the title known to the Eglain and 5 LOTRO points.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
I'm gonna check that on my way to Hunulf Munce, the brother of Gedrick. But for now, let us just finish turning in these tasks.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
We got a universal optional crafting ingredient, and we can make our way to Hunulf. Let us just check we're not missing anything else. No. That's it basically. Now let us check what we got. We got the new title. Well, the new deed first of all. Get friends standing with the Eglain. This here is the reputation window. The completed deed that we got. The new title. The Eglain know your name and your deeds have earned a measure of respect among the people of the Lowlands. LOTRO points and task limit. That's basically it. Now let's make our way to the other encampment. And let's check what we have on our silver habit present. So 20 birch XP, massive pile of silver scraps, that's kinda good. Especially at lower levels. And basically that's it. But I think that's a good one. However, I'm gonna see what other virtues we can start working towards and use the XP on those. Let's debate the tracking skill, tracking artifacts, because I think we'll find a couple of them in Minas Eriol, or at least that would be great. That's the idea. And let me also check really quick, how are we going with class deeds? I haven't checked this in a while. So precise blow, blocking attacks, that's gonna take a while. This one too. And now one for blocking. Death strike. War cry. Defensive strike. Those two are almost the closest ones to being completed.
Tell me what you need or move along.
Gather sent you on to me. This is good news. My brother sought vengeance. It is true, and I swear to you just. We lost many when the goblins came here. Many are gone and still lost to us. It is good that you are here and willing to aid us. So he's gonna give us a lot of quests.
I
Once
do
again.
not ask much of you.
When the goblins came into Minas Eriol, there was panic. Many ran towards the savages, and others fled through the valley beneath the ruins, hoping to escape the spears and sharp teeth of the goblins, only to fall prey to the spiders beneath. Those that entered the valley and did not emerge must be burned. It is only fair to save their bodies from the terror that awaits them. If you are willing, I will ask that you burn the corpses of the fallen. You will find the entrance to the valley north and to the west at the front of Minas Eriol, or over the bridge and through the goblins to the west.
Will you let me speak my piece?
Over the years, as we have studied and collected the items left in these ruins, we have earned a living for our people. Many of the goods that will help to purchase much needed items for our folk have been lost in the spider's lair over the years. If you are already entering the valley to assist us with the spiders, then I would ask that you take the time to reclaim these valuable treasures for us. You will likely find them wrapped in thick webbing, scattered throughout the valley floor. Cut through the webbing and find the valuable items and return them to me.
Stay and hear me out.
Beriathan, if you have time, I would ask for assistance in a matter of great importance. As the goblins tore through our ranks, we salvaged one find and hid it deep within the ruins of Minas Eriol at a place called Ostladen. It is a statue retrieved from a marshy swampland, and we hope to keep it safe from harm, but a recent visitor to Ostguruth made mention that the statue lay at the heart of problems facing us. If you are willing, we need to collect the statue. You will find it in the goblin camps that now lie furthest east in ruins of Minas Eriol, across the bridge to the west. I fear the goblins may have already found it, so search any goblins you may slay there. When you have found their statue, return it to me.
I'll not be ignored.
Long has evil flourished in the dark places of the world, and creatures spawned in those shadows come forth to trouble the Eglain. Spiders, a kind which we call Vilefang and Shadow Weaver, make their home in the valley beneath the ruins of Minas Eriol, northwest from this camp. Their staring eyes ensnare all who gaze upon them, pluck out their eyes, and you remove their power. If you are willing to face them, I would ask that you find the spiders beneath Minas Eriol and take their eyes from them, black as pitch and crimson as blood. Plenty of stuff to do here as well.
It's a sorry day.
Ram sent me help. He sent me here to watch over this hobbit, old Macward, who is proving to be far more difficult to watch than I like. He also wanted me to take certain that this fellow Hunulf was kept safe. Then I received a message from him that he wants all these other problems handled and, well, thankfully you are here now.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Goblins swept in from the north and overran the ruins in the south. Then they were pressed into service by the strange orcs in the north. Their leader, a cunning little grunt called Nishrûk, hides in the ruins west of this encampment in the darkest reaches of Minas Eriol. Brand sent me here to see that the leader was destroyed and that these fine folk were watched over properly. Now I know that the encampment is deep beyond the ruins to the west in an area that looks truly infested by goblins. Go to that section of the ruins of Minas Eriol and kill Nishrûk. I'll have a reward for you when the deed is done. And here we have old Macward, but I think he's gonna
Might I speak with you a moment?
have a skill
Could I take a moment of your time?
links, so we can wait a little bit longer to accept those quests and focus here on the Minas Eriol area. And yeah, I remember this part being quite challenging on my first couple of runs through. We already have the statue, this is great. Because you are surrounded by signature enemies. But right now I don't think we're gonna have any big problems with this. We have really great gambits. We have masteries. So this is the moment where the offensive power of the Warden really starts to shine. I mean, it's always been in a good spot, but now I feel like we really are getting to where the class is supposed to be. Okay, here's another one. And once again, if these enemies get too challenging, I mean, look, surety of death just exterminates them. There's no chance against a gambit as powerful as this. It's a shame that there is no class deed associated with this gambit. We would be killing two birds with one stone, but for the time being, I think it's better taking advantage of it. Let's see if we can get another critical hit with this. Maybe we did, I'm not sure. Okay, that was my muscle memory there. Loading precise blow and then using the mastery like trying to get to Spare of Virtue, but we are a long way before we get at Gambit. But you see, even with the offensive capabilities of the Warden, these guys here have already depleted almost all our health. So yeah, this area is no joke. You really need to stay alert and give it your all, or take your time. But I think Warden is a class that gets you used to moving really fast. Like yeah, waiting for your morale to replenish is not something that I do often, and I sometimes get in predicaments like this when a patrolling guy gets aggro on me and I was not ready for it. But that's part of the challenge, and I think this was the last area in which we will find this kind of signature goblins. You see here we are starting to find regular mobs over here, but well, we still have a couple of signature ones. Don't need to be taken care of. Okay, so Defenses of the Lowlands. I didn't realize when we got this, but here you have it. There is one of those landmarks that you get by crossing a bridge over here that I always forget, so I hope I don't when I come back to turn the quest, because it's really a pain going back to this area just for that landmark. Trying their combination strike to see. I was quite sure there was no deed associated with it, especially not at this level range, but doesn't hurt checking, right? And with that out of the way, we're ready to press on this area, the Goblin base, where we will find Nishrûk, the Goblin leader. Now, I should point out another reason why these guys are hitting us so hard is, as you can see, we are a little bit under level for this area, 2 or 3 levels below the recommended level. So yeah, maybe we took a little bit, well, or I took longer than needed to unequip the Stone of the Tortoise. But you level up really fast in here, in Lowlands and North Downs, which is where we will go next. So there is no shortage of experience to be gained. Once again, the only area that really worries me, based on my previous playthrough, was Angmar. Now, I don't know which is the guy attacking me. These guys. That's not looking good. Especially when they root you. I'm trying to hesitate with these guys. Now you can turn around here really carefully to avoid that guy over there. And Nishrûk is right there, but we are way out of range. Now let's hit this guy with everything we got. He doesn't stand a chance. It was too slow to interrupt him and avoid his self-healing, but even then it was not a big deal. It's actually, I think, harder reaching him than the fight itself. And with these goblins out of the way, I think we can descend to the lower portion of Minas Eriol and do all the quests we're missing are located there, basically the spiders and the rest. It's just that I am not quite sure where's the path to go down to avoid jumping off. There is a way. Here, see it? The stairs. Okay. I see now where we need to go. So before we go there, let us double check those are the only quests that we're missing. And yeah, that's the case. I don't think we can avoid these two guys, so... Quite simple. Now, I'm not quite sure, but I think the spiders we are about to face are signatures. Yeah, you can see that there. So once again, this is an area that requires a little bit of planning ahead and being aware of your position. Because you see, we start getting issues like this. But we should be okay with the self-heal and the life tap. But yeah, need to be careful. Now we need to collect the treasures, burn the corpses, defeat the spiders, And as you see, we don't need to defeat that many spiders. But you will end up killing a lot more than needed, because they have invaded this place basically. There is no way to avoid them. And I remember the very first time I played this with my captain, I skipped this area altogether. I gave it a couple tries, but it was really difficult for me as a captain and as a noob to the game as well to move around the area and being able to kill this fast enough before the patrolling ones like this one got aggro on me. And this still happens, but I'm better prepared for it, and Warden, I like it better than the Captain. You already know that. We have the Spider Slayer in the Lowlands. So I think I did comment this on one of the previous episodes, but I don't think we will be able to complete any of the Slayer deeds in the Lowlands. The tier 1s maybe, as we did on the previous episode with Goblin and Orc Slayer deeds, but the other ones I don't think we can get them. We'll see though, but from what I remember, we will need to grind some of them. And if you remember, if you watched the preliminary words, the introduction to the series, not rushing my way through the content, but I'm not gonna overstay in some areas completing deeds, especially Slayer deeds. That has never been my preferred gameplay style. I mean, grinding Explorer deeds? Yeah, I get it. And I think it's much more manageable than Slayer deeds. But this is the moment in the game when Slayer deeds start getting really taxing. They are not so easily doable anymore. Trying to hit these guys with all the AoEs we have. You see? Was not that hard. Let's... Okay, I think this is the moment in the game where we will also start finding expert scholar notes, so I might need to finish leveling up my scholar. I mean, at least unlocking the expert tier, but at some point I will need to complete a master tier as well, I believe. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not necessarily required to advance, but why wouldn't you unlock the mastery on your crafting, right? So there is an urn over there, but I think it's on top, so let's forget about that for the moment. Let's just collect the treasures and bodies we're missing. We still need to kill a few spiders, but that's no biggie. I think we will get the 2 sets of eyes we need after killing these guys. Well, we got one at least. And they don't want to drop the last one, come on. Okay, so inky Norway, that's why. My bad. So yeah, we'll need to find one more inky Morweb. But it shouldn't be that hard, right? Where is it? It's Weaver. I think this guys should drop it. I will need to come on. Okay, so now we have all the ice. We're just missing a few of the treasures. Alright, so we're just missing 2 more. Here's another one. 1 more to go and we can go back. Now, should we go? Yeah, let's follow this path and let's see where it leads us. And let us just Leroy Jenkins our way through here. Hopefully the spiders will stop following us by the time we get to where the treasure is. And we're already here. So the treasure, according to the map, could be someplace in here. Not saying it, so it seems we'll need to continue running and outrunning these spiders. Because yeah, I don't see pressure anywhere close here. But as you can see, something that I mentioned on a previous episode as well, the range to which these mobs aggro on you is quite short after you get used to the mounted combat areas, Rohan onwards. On those areas it does take a while to get rid of these mobs, and that can get troublesome, but right now it works just fine. Just works. think this is an area we... Yeah. I didn't think there was gonna be another treasure in here, as it seems this is a different area entirely. But yeah, here is the one we're missing. And after this, right, we can go back to Hunulf and the guys at the Eglain camp. What I'm not so sure about is if there is another path to reach them. But I think here we can climb over here. And then we just need to cross the bridges. And yeah, this one is much more closer to where we started. Okay. All right. A little bit of skill lacking there. I was trying to fire a shorty of death. God, let me fire the thing. At this point I just want to kill these guys. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I'm gonna die. Jesus. So let us pump a morale and power potion. I think we can use this one, yeah. And this one. We can move on. There we go. How many more goblins do we need to kill before we can exit this area? And I hate these roots. Okay. Let's try to avoid as many as we can. And we cannot avoid them all, but so yeah, this was even more challenging on the old school warden, quote unquote, old school warden, as shorty of that was not available, so you were stuck with 2 icon gambits, and as you saw in the fight there, that does take a while, and it's more risky. But okay, let us just turn in this quest.
This is intolerable.
The lost will not be forgotten. The goblins have wrought much pain upon my people, but not as much as others. The spiders in these lands are filled with true malice and an intelligence unseen. Your efforts give me my man some measure of ease. Thank you.
This is intolerable.
These treasures do not appear to be more than old tarnished coins, but they are valuable to many collectors. Customers from Bree will often purchase them from us by bartering food or other goods for these coins. Any soul diligent enough to search through these ruins will sooner or later stumble upon many of these coins. The half-orcs in the north scour the ruins even now in such an effort.
Why are you bothering me?
You see the beauty of this statue now. I have not seen such beauty among man or elf. Arik, another of our number, claims that she is a maiden separated from her sisters. I do not know if the tales woven by our stone speaker are true, but I know that this statue shows a female of beauty unseen in the world. I thank you for making this recovery. This one?
This is intolerable.
You have proven a great friend to my people, Beriathan. I will keep this for now. My brother and I were sent to the west in search of assistance. The Eglain are in grave danger and need more assistance than our king can provide. Already there is one who visits us, following black riders out of the west, but even he has been given pause upon seeing the red waters of the swamp near our home. We face a danger greater than the orcs, goblins, and evil dwarves together. I will leave the rest for my elders to explain. You have earned this reward, friend. Let me see. Let's take this one. Oh, very cool. Level 23. Quite an eventful evening today, I would say.
I do not ask much of you.
Many lost their lives when the half-orcs raided Nyrost. Since then, we have struggled greatly. Most recently, as you likely know, we lost the ruin to goblins forced through the mountains in the north. Yet the half-orcs came first, and they slaughtered our people, stole our livelihood, and began despoiling the ruin. We do not know why, but we know they have collected many relics within the ruins and have packed them for delivery to the south. If you are willing, I would ask you to enter Nyrost and seek the hirelings who guard the relics and slay them. Bring back any of the relics you find.
I'll not be ignored.
A year ago, we lost a rich ruin to men from the south. At least we thought they were men. They bore the manner height and look of men, but were nearly as savage as the orc folk we learned they were descended from. Nyrost, north of here, in the eastern shadow of the great hill of Weathertop, fell to the half-breeds, and our trade was lost with it. If we could recover some of those goods, we might restore trade with the west and some more hope for Eglain. Will you help us sift through the ruin for our goods?
Stay and hear me out.
Your efforts on behalf of the Eglain are noble, my friend, but I deem our peril is greater than first we thought. These half-breeds are bare standard with the mark of a white hand. Ordinary brigands and ruffians do not bear such charges. The mark of the white hand tells me they serve a greater master. Whatever their purpose, such creatures cannot be allowed to take a foothold in the north. They do not belong here. If you can enter Nyrost and slay Huntimurs, their leader, and his guards, perhaps the rest will flee. Huntimurs became known to us when he sent us gifts of the dead with his crudely scrawled threats. I think that you are here to avenge that disservice and restore more faith to the Eglain.
I do not ask much of you.
My friend, as that is what I think of you, there is something that I wish you to share. In the east, there is a ruin which dwarves have long pilfered. We stayed far away from them as they have often been filled with ire and anger towards the Eglain. Not long ago, a contingent of dwarfkind stopped in Ostgurut for the briefest of time. Some, enthralled by tales of dwarves in the ruins, asked to remain in these lands to investigate. Since this time, they have found an underground ruin where they say they are closing in on secrets about their cousins living there. If you are interested in aiding them, you will find them at a place just north of the ruins to the east within a cave mouth cut into the tall mound. Now we can accept the quests from Macworth.
Might I have a word with you?
The folk at the Forsaken Inn are not the wealthiest sort here, friend. We barely make our lives comfortable, and the goblins overrunning the eastward stretch of road have turned the inn into a lonelier place than ever. If you have time to offer, there's work to be done. Our fortune is about to change though. I've devised a way to make the road safe. Kill the creature at the top and the rest will turn aside. I need some help making this work. If you're willing, get north or northeast into the brush and get me some links made. Everyone knows that duck-like things eat cat-like things. Get just enough meat to make a meal for a work or two. What's wrong? Lynx are deadly creatures when angry and their meat will serve my purposes nicely. Don't you want to end the threat of goblins and wargs? Then get out there and hunt some lynx. No excuses. We'll be killing 2 lynx or wargs with 1 stone.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I nearly forgot. Hunulf wants me to offer better blankets to our guests from Bree. Better blankets, can you believe that? You come from the town and you get better blankets. I ask you, is that right by any measure? No, it isn't. Arinora has no choice but to see to it. Your first blankets are good enough for those used to the harder life, but their betters need something better, according to Hunulf. So I figure I can help her while I work to frighten off these goblins. When you're killing lynx in 9 Enid, north of here and east of Weathertop, tear off their hides. Their fur is soft and well kept. Bring it to me and I will make these blankets and get them back to Arinora. Finally, let's turn this quest here.
It's a sorry day.
Heroes come from unlikely places. You've done very well, Beriathan. Were I braver, I would have waded into those goblins on my own. While we may have dealt a blow against the goblins here in the west, it's unlikely that the tribe will scatter to the wind. They are well organized for goblins, almost as if there is a purpose to their actions. Something tells me that the Lowlands is in for bad times. Well, worse than usual. We'll survive, we always do, and thanks to you we may be able to handle the goblins near our inn. I promised you a gift. This was mine when I was still young enough to use it. I pass it now to you. May it treat you as well as it did me. Let us go now with the pocket item, I would say. We don't have any pocket items. Let's take the pocket item here, just for future reference. Make swapping between the Stone of the Tortoise and that item more easily. Now, I think we're getting closer to the end of the episode, but first, before I forgot, I'm gonna do 2 quick things. On one hand, we are gonna discover the bridge in here, this one over here that I usually forgot. On the other hand, let's see what virtue are we gonna start earning experience for, and after that we'll get back to the camp and call it a night. Well, that's it, the Lorn span. Yeah, it's already checked, we can go back to the camp. We have 2 class trait points, so let's drop this into physical mastery. What else we got? A new trait. Chance to trigger Gambit builder bonuses, okay, cool. And finally, well, we can equip more traits. I had not realized that, so let's start earning ranks for traits that will be useful. So I would say maybe Valor or Seal. Well, Seal not so much, but I would say Valor is a good one to have. No race traits yet, so this seems like a good place to live it out. So perfect, that would be it for today's episode. So once again, thank you so much for tuning into Citadel Guard Adventures. Please leave a comment down below with what you like, subscribe if you like what you see here, and I will see you on the next episode. In the meantime, take care, stay safe, and see you on the next one.